I was sitting on a bus, speaking German on the phone to my mom. This guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here, Nazi? You shouldn't be in this country."
Heightened expectations that I just can't fulfill, and people get surprised when I can't fulfill them.
I feel like people have started shunning me out of the community. People, they tend to just sort of ignore me or walk into me, or it's all rather brutal, and I feel like it's probably the worst I've ever been discriminated against.
Over the last couple of months, it has come to our attention that discrimination has begun to run rampant. And we have conducted an extensive investigation into the matter. These are our findings. Hi, Adrian, servus. It's
What is your name?
Well, my name is Marco. I'm an Austrian. Often I'm confused to be a German, even though they are two different countries, two different cultures. Most Austrians actually hate the Germans.
Why do you feel discriminated against?
Well, could I have some ice, please?
See, stop being such a Nazi, man. Could you describe the worst circumstance of you being ashamed of who you are due to discrimination?
Well, I was sitting on a bus, speaking German on the phone to my mom. This guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here, Nazi? You shouldn't be in this country."
Hi, my name's Adrian, and is that camera right? Yeah. A lot of people look at me and they see that I'm tall and they think I can do things that they can't do just because I'm tall, and creates a lot of heightened expectations that I just can't fulfill, and people get surprised when I can't fulfill them. A lot of people ask me, do I play basketball? And the answer actually is yes. But when they ask me, what team do you play for, or whatnot, then the awkward situation comes where I actually can't really play basketball. And a lot of people get surprised by this fact just because I'm tall. Another example is how I feel like houses aren't even built for me. You know, I walk around my house and it's like, how is anyone supposed to fit in this?
My name is Dylan Moss. My friends call me Dylan Awesome Moss. I find it difficult to fit in because everything I do turns out to be awesome, I guess. I try to sort of lie low, do simple activities, and every time I do, it ends up brilliantly. People always think that I'm trying way harder than I actually am. I'm just trying to fit in. An example of this actually happening. The other day I was on a basketball court and there were some people playing basketball and one of them must have missed the ball and it rolled up to my feet. So somebody shouted, "Hey man, can you throw me that ball?" I bent over, picked it up, and attempting to throw it back to them, I accidentally landed it directly into the hoop. The guy was furious. He ran towards me shouting, "Hey man, you didn't need to do that. That's just showing off. Come on. What is this?" It hurts. It really hurts not being able to fit in just because everything I do turns out too awesome.
Hi, thank you for inviting me to be a part of these interviews.
Hey, you can take a seat over there, please.
Thank you. My name is the Invisible Man. Ever since I joined the nudist colony, I feel like people have started shunning me out of the community. People, they tend to just sort of ignore me or walk into me, or it's all rather brutal, and I feel like it's probably the worst I've ever been discriminated against. And probably the most recent bad example of this whole thing happening was I was in the mall with my kid and I lost him somehow. And I went to this lady at a counter for help, and she sort of just looked around and said, "I knew I forgot my medication this morning." And it was so hurtful that nobody was willing to help me find my child. He was there for 2 hours before I accidentally tripped over him. It's not easy being the invisible man. You have to deal with this sort of stuff a lot. And, we get by. Hey, why aren't you even looking at me anymore? You're one of them, aren't you? You're ignoring me like everybody else. This is so annoying.
Hello, I'm Anakin Skywalker, but my friends just call me Sith Lord Darth Vader. I feel a lot of people have negative opinions of me because I'm part of the dark side, but I don't get where that comes from. We're not really the bad guy, are we? There's a lot of good guys here. Just give them jobs, feed them. Sure, we blow up a planet or two, but it's all part of the system, This is one time I finally got to see my son again, but when I told him I was his father, he just straight up denied it and jumped off a cliff, basically. Yeah, it kind of hit me. Like, seriously, at least like hug me or something, say hello, and jump off a cliff. That's a little harsh.
Hi, I'm Batman. Ever since my parents were shot in a dark alleyway, I've been an orphan. I feel as though that is why people always treat me differently. So the other day I was jumping around in the dark on the roofs, just minding my own business, looking for crime. The normal vigilante stuff. Then I look down and I see these two guys looking up at me. And they start shouting at me, "It's Batman, get out of here!" Starting hurling insults at me. I just left. Don't want to take up with this discrimination anymore.